Want to know the top 3 reasons why I hate living in Minneapolis, St. Paul? But you want to know the top 3 reasons I love living in Minneapolis, St. Paul? Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Nick Sundahl, AICTA Homes of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest, and this is my YouTube channel, Minnesota Living. Before we get to the top 3 reasons why I hate living here, and the top 3 reasons why I love living here, if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. While you're at it, hit the little bell too, because then you'll be alerted when new videos show up every week. All right, now the top 3 reasons why I hate living in the Twin Cities. Number 3, Minnesota sports. Minnesota sports are awful. They let you down in every way, shape, or form. We have one franchise in this town that's actually worth a damn. It's the Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx have brought us, 3, 4, 5 championships? That's awesome, but for God's sake, the Vikings have never won a Super Bowl. The Twins are relevant every 10 years. The Minnesota hockey team, the Wild, are not so wild. The Timberwolves haven't been relevant since their inception, for the most part. So if you come here and you want to become a Minnesota sports fan, I beg you, don't bother. The number 2 reason why I hate living here, it's the weather. I mean, that seems obvious, right? But the summers are almost as bad as the winters. You can get 90 plus degrees with 90% humidity here in the Midwest, and I mean, is that really any better than the polar vortex? In my opinion, not so much. You know, we can go from summer to winter in like a week. We can go from winter to summer in like a week, where spring and fall just disappear. It's so unpredictable. I guess it makes it interesting, but that's pretty much the only reason why this is even tolerable. And my number 1 reason why I hate living here, it's road construction. We actually call it road construction season. And the reason that is winters. Can't get that stuff done in the winters, so they start in the spring, they end in the fall, and no matter where you want to go, because that's when people start going out and about around these parts, is during the summer months, well, you run into construction, and it clogs up commute times because we are a commuting city, and it obviously puts in delays when you want to go do fun stuff, whether it's getting out of town, going up north to the cabin, or whether it's, just tooling around town. So road construction is by far the number 1 worst thing about this city, or about the Twin Cities in general. And it's the number 1 thing that I hear about in terms of complaints when I ask friends, family, and just the general average Joe on the street. Now the top 3 reasons why I love living in the Twin Cities. The number 3 reason why I love living in the Twin Cities is the arts. Whether it's music, theater, art, or actual artists, there are plenty of places to go and see and experience the culture that is Minneapolis and St. Paul. And we've got great large venue, whether it's out over in St. Paul at the X, you can come to the Target Center in Minneapolis. There's a 7th Street entry and 1st Avenue, which is where Prince got his start. If you've ever watched Purple Rain, that's where that movie takes place essentially. So, the music scene is terrific here. The theater scene is also a wonderful spot to come and enjoy live theater. So the arts really make this town sing, and well, pun intended. And the number 2 reason why I love living here in Minneapolis and St. Paul is the food scene. We have no shortage of great chefs. We've got Top Chef contestants. We have James Beard Award winners. We've got great burger joints, great pizza joints. We've got, it's really, really come alive in the last 10 to 15 years. And to go along with that, wonderful craft cocktails. There's literally no shortage of wonderful places to go get some really fine food. And it isn't just, confined to the city either. Out in the suburbs, there are some really, really nice spots where people are doing some great food, and it's not your cookie cutter run-of-the-mill stuff that you find in strip malls or in big malls or what have you. So if it wasn't for the first number 1 overall, this would easily be my number 1, because I love it here when it comes to food and beverage, and I know you will too. Before we get to the number 1 reason why I love the Twin Cities, if you'd please reach out to me, call, text, email, slide into my DMs. I don't even care. If you're moving to the Twin Cities, I want to hear from you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell because I want to be able to put out more and more videos for you so you can enjoy. All right, now on to the number one reason why I love the Twin Cities. It's the lakes. The lakes. We are the city of lakes, Minneapolis. Now, I know St. Paul isn't included in that, but the Twin Cities has so many lakes. And then to a greater degree, the state of Minnesota. We are the land o' lakes. So anywhere you go, there's water. We have more waterfront property than the state of California, if you can believe that. So statistically, we've got more water to enjoy than anywhere else in the country. And that is the number one reason why Minnesota, and more importantly, the Twin Cities, is such an awesome place to live. So that's my top 3 reasons why I hate it here, but more importantly, the top 3 reasons why I love it here. If you have any comments or questions or concerns, please, I'd love to see them below. And if you're thinking of moving to Minneapolis or St. Paul or the greater metropolitan area, I'd also love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.